Hi, Ron Schofield here at First Centennial, and I'm here to bring you a Title Advantage tip. So what we're going to be going over today is a property profile search. So if you go in here and click property profile, you have 4 different ways to search for a property, and you're not just limited to Nevada or even Washoe County. You're able to search properties in California, Oregon, Washington, all 50 states, and all counties of those states. So I have a particular property address that I have in mind, and I'm just going to search for by property address. So if I go over here and select the right state, Nevada, and I already know the county, it's in Washoe, and I have the property address, I'm just going to paste it in here. Okay, hit search here. This is what comes up when you pull up a search underneath property profile. You could pull up multiple properties if you were looking for an owner by name, but since I typed in one specific address, it's correct, it only gave me one result. These right here, quick profile, full profile, property history, closing net sheet, and more information / configuration. Those right there are all of the different options. For this purpose, I'm going to pull a full property profile, and I find it's the most advantageous way to spend my time when running a property profile, because a quick profile only gives you property details that you can find even on the assessor's website. So a full profile package, these are the items that come in your profile package. You're able to select and deselect these. So if I don't want a cover page, or I do, I'm going to keep everything there and I'm going to continue on here. Now while it's preparing the report, all you have to do is open the profile. I don't want to go back to my properties, for instance. Okay, so this right here is the cover page to our property profile. So as you can see, it says right here that it's brought to you by me, right? So, but it's prepared on a specific day and by who. So when you have your Title Advantage account, you'll have your own name typed in there, as well as under your edit profile settings, you'll be able to add your photo, company logo, or whatever it is. If you can leave it blank, but your photo will appear here. So as well as your name. So since we're running this all under my account, it's got my name in here twice. Okay, so this is the property's profile. Like I said, this is the property characteristics that you will be able to find on the assessor's website. I'm going to keep scrolling here. These are sales comps. So the subject property that we ran was 599 Varelli, and it's going to pull as many comps as it can. So it has a keep button and an update comps button. So if I were to unselect one of these properties and hit update comps, that comp is going to vanish and go away. Now, one of the reasons why I find that running a property profile is really beneficial here, as opposed to just running for comps inside of the MLS, is because you're going to get things such as for sale by owners, right, that have transferred, and refinances, right, that have transferred titles. So those are going to become good property comps for your listing appointment, and you're going to look well prepared and more prepared than most agents, because I think that people just only rely on the MLS. So I'm going to deselect comp number 3, hit update comps, and number 3 is going to go away. So number 3 is now 11061 Colton Drive. So when you're running these comps, it gives you as many as it can. It has the most broad search. It runs up to 20 comps. This one did run up to 20. I deleted one, so we're at 19. So here's the sales comp map. Okay, so you have your subject property, which is highlighted in red. This is us. And then all of the like kind properties in the neighborhood by number. So number 19. Number 19 is right here. You can see it here. So it looks like number 19 is on Grays Lake. So if I were to get rid of number 19, it would no longer show up. But you can see here, if I were to select, number 19 is on Grays Lake Drive. Okay, so that's good, because the reason why this is beneficial is if I only wanted to keep these comps, number 1, 15, 10, and 14, and get rid of everything else, I would just deselect all of these and only keep the properties within this neighborhood that I was interested in. Okay, moving on here. Sales comp summary, this just gives you the low, the average, and the high. So that's based upon the transfer value assessed and property square footage, characteristics, and such. Nearby homeowners. So on this comp map, right, in red, so this is our subject property. The nearby homeowners are grabbing the properties that are closest to the subject property. So it's going to grab these properties right here, right, that are most close to yours. And why is that important? Well, if you have a buyer who's looking, who's looking to move into the area, maybe they're a police officer, a lawyer, a doctor, and they don't want to live next to somebody who they've had maybe even a bad divorce, who they've had just a weird past history, you can provide them with a list through this property profile search. We also have attached a plat map, which is good. You can just highlight that, bring it on your presentation, highlight the parcel that you're bringing. An aerial map as well as a street view of the property. And then the property's history. So why is the property history important? Because you're able to pull the deeds of the property, and you're able to see how this property has transitioned over the years since it was built. And so I'll show you real quick just as an example of, so this is the current owner, and it looks like they bought it back in, looks like they have been, looks like they bought it from the builder in 2006. But you can view this document right here. So this is the original owner of the house, and this is what's going to open the deed for you and show you that deed of trust. Or this is, I'm sorry, the grant bargain and deed sale. So it's going to show you the deed and all the information. And that's great too, because as you get along in the ownership of property, you're able to see all of the different things that the seller or the owner has been doing. So if they have judgments or liens or things against them, you'll be able to find these things out. So that right there covers up all of what has to do with your property profile search. If for some reason you don't have time to run a property profile, reach out to our customer service department or myself. We're open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Again, Ron Schofield here, First Centennial, and that was your Title Advantage Minute.